James lost 130 kilos. You heard that right. He is now a trainer at BBM. He talks about rock bottom, being stuck in hospital during COVID, and the thought of dying on his son's birthday.
Honestly, sitting in the hospital, bro, like I can't think about standing at that roof, about to think I'm about to die.
So James turned up to BBM to participate in our From the Couch program. And one thing I remember about him is he just kept turning up consistently all the time. Done 3 cohorts of From the Couch. And I remember he literally couldn't stand for more than 5 minutes.
And it was a dark place, bro. Like, honestly, I was ashamed. Some people call it fucking ma. I was embarrassed to go out in the world. I talk about the eyes watching me.
Now he is a coach and mentor of that program.
Honestly, every cohort I start reminds me of me starting, and every cohort I finish reminds me of how powerful I am now and how powerful they are.
I love being around them because some days I'm just feeling down. And I remember saying, who motivates the motivator? Not many people check in on me, but James is one of those guys that always checks in and just sends me a message right at the right time. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send this episode to someone who needs it, who needs to start their journey. James, enjoy. This podcast is made by the amazing team at Fanaticals. They put up with me, so they're pretty epic. James, a.k.a. Hemi the Heat, a.k.a. Joe Terrate, a.k.a. Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro.
Dave, how are you, bro?
Straight from the mighty Waikato, the Huntley Special. For those who don't know, James is one of my right-hand men. You're one of my right-hand men, brother. And I remember asking you a question back through the floods when you were volunteering for us. You remember this question?
Yeah, I do, bro.
You were in the car and the floods was hectic, and you and your boy came and volunteered, and then I offered you a job. And I said, man, did you ever think that you'd be working for BBM? What was your reply?
I replied as with the question, did you ever think I'd be working for you?
Yeah.
And it sums up my life journey a little bit with you, bro, to be honest.
Yeah. Bro, so I mean, your journey, man, you lost 130 to begin with. The journey's up and down.
Yeah.
You're back on the journey. You're doing really well. But talk to us about before BBM.
About 2019, I was in hospital again, bro, and this is kind of where I picture life before BBM. That's the way I kind of remember it a little bit now. I was in hospital again in 2019, locked in a room, not able to see my family, not able to see my son on my birthday, and I was in a really dark place, touching that 300 kgs, and I wasn't going to get out, and I was, and it just broke me that I might pass away on my son's birthday, which, like, imagine trying to, just remembering your dad passing away. And it still gives, sends me there to that dark place, bro. Like, and I still use this fire now. I always think, imagine passing away on my son's birthday, that the trauma that would give him. And I just said, if I ever get out of here, I'm just gonna grind, bro. I'm honestly just gonna do everything I can to not be back in there. And I left there. I just started swimming and started moving because that's what I could do. I'd had some pretty bad experiences with gyms and personal trainers before that.
Yeah, what was that? What was the...
So one of many, but one experience I had is I went to the gym and I got, you get that free thing when you sign up kind of thing. But they just smashed me, and I lived about 200 meters away from the gym. And on my walk home, I sat on this fence and I passed out. And I just woke up on this bush, and I just remember thinking, whoa, what happened? I never want this feeling again, like, whoa, that wasn't smart. And I was like, why do I want to go do that to myself, pretty much? I didn't feel good. I felt really sore the next day, cramping and stuff. And I didn't understand any of it, so I just stayed away, but I need to keep moving. So after I started swimming and stuff and started moving, I needed to level up a little bit, and I saw you and Philly. Yeah. On the old Insta.
Big Philly.
Big Philly, miss you, bro.
Phil started because of the work I was doing with Lukey.
Yeah.
Luke had lost so much weight, and we were training together, and Phil, like you, Phil wanted to hang out and train with us. And that's how it all started. It's crazy. he inspired so many. So, you know, a lot of the people who started BBM wasn't because of me. It was because of Phil.
Yeah.
My journey with Phil, who ended up losing 150 kilos and just totally transformed his life and so many people. That's who you saw.
Yeah, you say that though. You say that I didn't see you, but I did see you, bro. Because after this more time I spent with Philly and you're the one that helps us grind into what we are.
You're bordering on 300 kilos. Normal scales don't weigh us.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us? I mean, you were on my TV show and you spoke about how you used to weigh yourself.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Someone actually mentioned this to me the other day too, which is like, poof, because yeah, when you know, you know. So I had to weigh myself as I just couldn't fit on scales. You know, 1 foot could fit on the scale. And I remember saying to the doctor, I need 2 of these so I can have 1 foot on each scale. Eh? I found it funny. They thought it was stupid, but they wouldn't understand that shit. I had to go. Me and my brother were going to the dump doing the job. And I said, oh, bro, I've got to weigh myself while I'm here. And what I'd do is we'd pull onto the scales and we'd weigh. And then I'd jump out of the car and we'd take away what the weight was with me not on the scales in the car. Yeah, and that was literally the way I had to weigh myself, bro. You know, yeah. As shame as it was, that lady still remembered me. You know, the lady that works at the front still remembered me and all that.
What would she say when you do that?
I think she was a bit shocked, but at the same time, I think she'd understand. You know, I just say to her, "Oh, do you mind if I do this? I can't weigh myself anyway. I really want to see what I'm around about."
Yeah,
and I think when she kind of saw my size and saw the weight that was changing on the scale, she understood. Yeah.
I remember we went back to the rubbish tip and sort of to relive it.
Yep.
How did it feel when you went back there?
I say that I drove through the other day with Andrew, our friend, and I still think about it every time I pull in, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Most times I pull into the tip, I think, man, I remember when I used to have to weigh myself here. Yeah. And I'm a changed man now. I'm blessed for that. Yeah, it reminds me of those hard times, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah, how hard, bro? Because I mean, you're a big rugby family. Sean Fitzpatrick's nephew. Your son was playing rugby. One of the reasons you came to BBM is you couldn't stand for 5 minutes, eh?
Oh, bro, I just couldn't stand. Yeah, it's truth. It's sink on the side of the rugby field, and I like one of the stories with my son, and we are a big rugby fan, you know, family and all that, and I couldn't stand on the side of my son's rugby game for more than 5 minutes. And one day I was out there and I was watching my son, and I said to my wife, "Oh, I gotta go. I'm sinking. Feel like I'm about to fall over." I went to the car and I fell asleep, and I woke up and we were on our way home, and I just remember thinking, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Oh," and my son was really excited, and he had played a fantastic game, and I missed it. You know, I slept through the whole thing, and it was all because of me and my size and my journey. And yeah, it's just something else that broke me, bro. Yeah.
It's the little things, eh? Like, you know, I mean, I couldn't tie my shoelaces, and I'd always sweat. You know, walking 5 meters, I'd be sweating.
Yeah,
I hate. That's why if I'm going somewhere, I always want to, like, if I'm going to a restaurant, check the chairs.
Yeah, bro.
Those chairs of doom. The plastic ones on a slippery floor.
Yeah. Oh, man, the Googling, me and Philly always used to joke about this, say the Googling we'd have to do before we went out anywhere just to see what photos of the shop or do a drive-by or the restaurant that we might be going to see if we could fit. Yeah. As that's the truth of it, bro. That's the journey of it, eh? Like it's I've sat in too many of those chairs and broken too many myself and felt too shamed. And it's happened to me in multiple restaurants. I've broken a chair and I've literally just got up and felt terrible. Not just because of the group I'm with, just the restaurant, everyone's looking at you and they try to carry on. And they pass you the same chair. That's so sorry. Fuck this.
It's funny when you need a seatbelt extender on the plane too. They're never quiet.
Yeah.
They fucking yell that shit out.
Yeah, they all yell it out. Like,
your seat number.
Yeah.
54J, seatbelt extender.
Yeah.
So talk to us about, you know, getting to BBM, because you didn't walk right in.
Nah, so I watched the socials for a lot, and I said to my wife, "Oh, I've got to go check this place out." And she was just encouraged. She wanted me moving. She saw I was doing the journey. I was trying to get some routine in play, because before BBM, my routine was literally and before my scare, my routine was pretty much get up, get my son to school, my wife to school, and then I'd just drink sugary drinks, sit on the couch and like not do a lot, bro.
You weren't working at the time, eh?
I wasn't working at the time. Used to be a farmer, and I got locked into Auckland because of the restrictions for staying in and out of
All through
Auckland.
COVID,
Yeah. And so I just started spinning. Like I was just getting worse and worse and worse, you know, didn't really have anything to focus on, and my health was just getting bad. So after I kind of had that scare and I was starting to move again, I said to my wife, I just got to, you know, I found these people that are doing something that I do. They're around my size. It looks like a safer place. I'm going to go check it out. And I pulled up, and because of all my anxieties with, I always refer to it as the eyes, you know, when you're a big guy, you always got these eyes that are always watching you. And it just always sits in your head, bro. Like, you know, just the eyes. I pulled up outside and I watched a couple of times. I was like, nah. I went home. And I did this a couple of times. I drove by and I pull up outside and I was watching what was going on, who was moving around. I saw Phil once. I was like, oh, there's Phil. And I saw you. And I was like, oh, this. And I was like, nah, I can't do it. And I went home and my wife was like, oh, and you know, how was it? Did you go? And I was like, nah. And she's like, oh, I'm coming out with you tomorrow. I'm taking the day off work. And I was like, no. I've got this. I'm a big boy. Yeah. And I went back and the next day I walked in, I walked through the doors and I met Tino. And I never looked back, bro. I got to meet Phil after that, and just started grinding, bro. They have that big, like, you're welcome, here it is, come and join the family. And I love that about BBMA, bro.
One thing I noticed with you when you started is that, because you're a participant from the couch.
Yeah. You know? Did it twice, 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, I started on the back of one.
Yeah.
And then I did 2. And then I started with you,
Yeah. So for those who don't know, From the Couch is, well, you explain what From the Couch is.
From the Couch is like literally the word means from the couch, FTC program. And it's for those people that are starting a journey. And I think it used to start as you're just trying to get off the couch. And I think a lot of that is still that way, but it's coming from that dark place where there might be a couch, your bedroom, or wherever you are, and you're just locking yourself away from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
To get you back out there and just making those steps to start changing your life into a better direction.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily think it's about smashing yourself with training. I think we have to work on that headspace.
Yeah. Well, From the Couch, I mean, that's exactly right. It started like from me turning up to people's houses. In the early days, back before, was super like just hectic. Back in the good old days, but people would reach out, oh, please come to help my mum, dad, brother, uncle, auntie, whatever the case may be. They can't leave the house, you know, or they can't walk. So I'd turn up and literally train them from their bed or from their couch. And that's how it started. And then when we had our gym, when we moved indoors, we built these big, like Phil got them made, these big, heavy-duty, still got them now, heavy-duty boxes. And they weren't like jump boxes, they were actually the couch.
Yeah.
And the whole idea was to have people to be able to stand up for more than 5 minutes, you know, to stand up for a whole workout of 30, 45 minutes. That was the goal. Then they'd progress on to heavyweight champs, or From the Couch 2.0, we call it now. We wrap around the clinical support, the doctors and the nurses. How important was that for you to have the doctors and nurses there at the start? How good was it?
It was good because it helped me change my mindset. I didn't think much of doctors and nurses just because of my journey with them. And it helped me change my mindset that we do need them involved with our lives, because we get to a stage we start pushing them out. A lot of people spend a lot of time in hospitals.
Well, most of the people that we work with, right, don't have GPs.
Exactly, yeah.
They just present to the hospital when it's almost too late.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one of the reasons why we've done that is to make it safer, to get everyone measured, like all their blood pressures, the bloods, the cardiovascular, all these different tests, the mental health, you know, all the stuff we test, and it's amazing, the results. One thing I noticed about you from the beginning was you just were there, you just kept turning up. You know, you're putting in the effort, you know, day after day you were coming in, not just for From the Couch sessions, but for any session you could.
Yeah. I just, I always remember, you know, we go by these mottos that we say to all our BBN fam now, you know, surround yourself with the right people, keep consistent, keep showing up. And I just drilled, bro. Honestly, I just wanted to, like, I didn't want anything that I used to do. I just wanted to change it all because I knew it was all quite negative. And you taught me a lot of this along the way too, bro. You just have to change your environment, and, you know.
Yeah.
And I just did everything I could to change that in my way of thinking, you know. It takes a while, but I could see it worked. And having those yarns with Philly too and you, and just I just had to keep grinding, bro, and that was it. If I just kept showing up. I remember going from morning out south, the FTC, I'd go home, I'd have my salad, have my lunch, have a little siesta, and I'd go out west for the BBM West classes.
Yeah.
FTC, and that was my journey for a long time.
You were living the life of a professional athlete.
Yeah. I was, right. I used to love it.
It's funny, Phil was a sickness beneficiary for a while, and we got him off the sickness benefit. And I think towards the end there, he's probably the fittest sickness beneficiary. I said, bro, I hope these MSD people aren't watching your socials. But it was pretty cool that that we could get him on to to work with us.
Yeah.
And now, so we'll fast forward. You were a participant of 3 from the couches, and now you teach. You are one of the trainers out west and south.
Yeah.
4 from the couch. How does that make you feel?
Blessed, bro, to be honest. I love to give back, and I love to remind people it has changed. Honestly, every cohort I start it reminds me of me starting, and every cohort I finish reminds me of how powerful I am now and how powerful they are, yeah.
And, bro, the coolest thing, I think, with BBM, right, is that it's a whānau approach. How cool is it for you to, to train alongside your wife who's on her journey to smashing it, and also your son to join you in training, and actually for you just to, really smash him?
Yeah, oh, bro, I love it. I love it. I love it that I can push him now and he pushes me. I love our walks. We're always going for walks, and I love it. I can keep up and I can have a conversation when we walk. And some people that might not seem like a lot, but just be able to have a conversation when I'm walking beside my son and not be short of breath and not looking for that next seat to sit in, and just be able to have a convo as we walk along is huge.
People might look and you think, oh, you're not that fit.
Yeah.
But you are fit. Like, you can keep, we got big engines.
Yeah.
That's one thing with us, I always say. We might not be the fastest, strongest, fittest guys, but we have an engine on us. The only way you can get the engine we have is by losing over 100 kilos.
Yeah.
And doing it the way we've done it. When was the moment when they came to train with you, go, holy shit, this guy's fit?
To be honest, after I pulled my family in with me pretty fast.
Yeah.
I loved that BBM had the vibe of the family thing, and we do. It's a BBM family. And I pulled my family in a couple of months into training, bro, and got my family amongst it too, because I wanted them to see that's how dedicated I was,
When did you know that you turned the corner on your health journey? Like, was it when you were on the salt bike, or when you were doing burpees?
It's funny. There's two with my family. It was when I was training beside my son, and he was pretty fit. He had to go outside because he was feeling sick.
Oh, yeah. Did he go and spew or something?
Yeah. And then, and I felt like I was, in my head, I felt for him because he's my boy. But I'd also been on a journey now, so I know he just pushed himself too hard and he should have eaten breakfast.
Yeah.
But I was still there. I wasn't asleep in the car, which was crazy, and I was proud of my son, and I went out and enjoyed that. And then there was that assault bikes. We did some with the ABs. We had some ex-ABs come in and we did an assault bike thing with them.
Yeah, yes.
I'm not going to mention names, but they were smoked, bro. And I was in my head, Dave's going to throw us another one. There's always a finisher. And one of them was absolutely gone, And you were just like, nah, no finisher. And I was prepared for the finisher, Being Philly, and I was like holding on, but I was doing it. And you stopped because they were out. And in my head, I was blowing away,
And it's just the mindset we teach her. Even when we train together, if I know you can do something but you're doing the regression.
Yeah.
How do you feel when I say burpees, and then I see you doing the rest, and James, 4 burpees.
Yeah. So I get it now. I get it. You push me into that comfort zone, and I get you, and I appreciate you a lot.
So
more.
I know when to pull back.
At the start, I was like, fuck this guy. But then again, after I've done it a couple of times, I get why you're telling me, because I'm being too soft on myself.
Yeah.
Now I get it. At the start, a couple of times, I was definitely like, this guy.
Do you really not like me sometimes?
In a nice, normal way.
But you ask Phil, where you go, man, is this the way? But is this what you do?
Yeah. We always talk about getting into the dark place, so we're not scared of it when we get there. And you used to say it in a different way to me back in the day.
I used to love it, man. I miss those days, but this is what it was about. It's like for anyone watching, you're doing these sessions. And I remember doing these fight camps with all our crew, and it was horrendous. Just like John's was like a couple of hours of stairs and hills, and I just remember saying like this feeling of that we're in, like embrace it, because this is why we're training to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So when we're going into life or we're going into face an opponent, we can drag them into the deep blue sea and see if they can fucking swim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But getting into that whole mindset of it, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
But that's, with a lot of our team leaders that were around us in those days, it's just been all passed on, and they've passed it on to people.
And that's exactly what I do now too, bro. Yeah. That's it.
See if they can swim.
Yeah.
But that I actually got from a guy out in Manly when I was doing a preseason with Manly Seagulls. And this guy, they called him the Sand Dune Warrior. Right. And he used to train like Lane Beachley and all these top athletes over in Oz. And we're out where they film Home and Away, which looks cool, but it's actually filled with sand dunes. And this guy appeared from the deep blue sea on a kayak. I don't know where he came from, but he kayaked from wherever he came from, jumped out, go, all right, boys, let's go. And we just ran around. And this is the whole mindset stuff we teach in BBM. It's all sports psychology. And we were only the part-time squad, and so he told us we had to do this shuttle runs up the sand dune. And he used the water bottles as the cones, the markers that go up and back, next one back. And he said, if you drink the water, you'll cut. And we're part-time, so we believed this shit.
Yeah.
And doing it every time, dying of thirst, can't drink the water. And he's at the end of it, he said, this is what it's about. Like, you can walk into life or walk onto the field and know that no one's worked harder than you. You can push through anything. And that's all the psychology we teach now in BBM.
Yeah. I honestly, I remember, it's funny you said that. I remember when I first started, after a couple of years into it, I remember saying to you something like this, and you were explaining that to me. And it's incredible, how powerful your mindset gets to push through those places,
What's some of the most inspiring stories you've seen with the people that you helped?
Oh, mate, just, I watched the video of you the other day with Nick. You did something with Nick doing the bar, and the brother Nick, and I always yarn to Nick. He's one of our...
who has one leg.
Yeah.
I got to get him on here. He's in a wheelchair. He's lost I think about 110 kilos.
Yeah, in the wheelchair.
From his wheelchair with one leg. Yeah. That video I posted, we'll have to put this up as a clip here, was him doing front squats with one leg.
I said this to Nick the other day, mate, and I was like, oh, bro, I saw that video of you and me, and he's like, yeah, no, he didn't grab me with the 25s on it. I was like, that's my bro.
He's the fucking man, that guy. I saw him before here, and we were having a protein shake together. And I remember first meeting Nick, and I laugh at the story because when I first met, I just finished the weights. I was into my weights then,
I was standing right there. I remember this.
And I came in, I was fucked. And I said, hey, bro, nice to meet you. And Nick goes, oh, you training with us today, Dave? I said, nah, fuck, my legs are so sore. And then I just realized I'm speaking to a guy in a wheelchair, and fuck. And he got up and started doing one-legged squats.
Yeah.
And I get it, bro. No excuses. I'm sorry, man. But he epitomizes. I remember I teamed him up with a politician. And I won't say good fella, I won't say who it was though, but I had to tell Nick to pull back. This poor politician who was coming to train with us. Yeah. And Nick is slamming him because Nick's like, he lives this no excuses mantra.
100% he's in.
And I said, bro, pull back. Goes, no excuses. I said, yeah, but no judgments either. And he's one of our mentors now.
He's Teresa, Ron.
All amazing stories.
Yeah, they're just, And I look back at especially a lot of our mentors because I get to train with them all the time and work with them all the time. And all of them, I've been there for their journey with BBMA. So it just reminds me of how far I've come within BBM and helped others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest learnings from from BBM, from being around everyone?
My biggest learning is your journey never stops. And your journey is always changing. Life's always changing around you. You have to change with it. You can't use it as an excuse not to change. As you say within BBM, bro, we're moving 100 miles an hour sometimes. And, I think one of my biggest jobs and one of my biggest things I love about BBM is connection with the FTC.
Yeah.
And I have to make sure that I get that connection with every cohort I do because it's so important. And I always remember when I was sitting on the couch and the connection I had with my trainers and my story, I need to remind myself of doing that every time. It's just, making sure that I get that connection, and it's always changing. Life's always changing. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your life out now?
I'm blessed now, bro. In the last couple of years, a lot's happened for me. I'm training beside my son. In a new journey of where I am living now. I'm just a different man. I can't say it anymore, right? I can have a conversation with you. I'm going to get up from here. I'm going to go take some more classes and do some more work. When my journey before was doing something less in the afternoon, I'd be normally going home for a sleep. My life's just so changed now.
Did you ever think your life would be where it is now?
No, I honestly didn't think I'd be here now, bro. That's the truth of it. For a lot of years, I was in a dark place, bro. Now I'm back and now I'm bright. It's why when you rang me up, my wife goes, "Can't believe you agreed to that." And I was like, nah, if it inspires one person, I always remember you saying this to me. And I think that every time, as long as we're helping that one person, it makes it all worth it. 100%,
I just want people to understand how dark it was for you, so they have the contrast at how bright your life is now, so they can see it's possible.
So with FTCs, I always refer to this as quicksand feeling. Once upon a time, I felt like no matter what I did to move forward, I was always getting pulled that much more down into the quicksand, And it was a dark place, bro. Honestly, I was ashamed. Some people call it fucking ma. I was embarrassed to go out in the world. I talk about the eyes watching me. And then I was embarrassed not just for me, but for my family and the way people looked at me because of my family. And you say I've got rugby, I've got, some people in my family have done pretty well from where they sit in rugby to all kinds of things. And I was that guy that was just a bit ashamed of who I was, my bro.
Yeah, I remember meeting your Uncle Sean Fitzpatrick, and he was, in tears.
Yeah.
And actually, everyone I've met that knows you, that family-wise, or real close friends that I've seen out and about, and I'll send you photos of them, they all get teary.
Yeah.
I guess it's like watching someone they love die a slow death right in front of them. They can't do anything.
It's the sad thing, bro, and that's exactly what I was doing. And as much as they tried to help me, I'm not saying they didn't try to help me. I just was more ashamed of it. I'd pull away.
What made you ready? What made you, for people watching, what was the tipping point? What made you say, I've had enough?
Honestly, sitting in the hospital, bro, I can't think about standing at a roof, about to think I'm about to die. And my son's going to have to, tell everyone that on his birthday his dad died, It's the truth of it, bro. That. I still think about that stage. I remember that pain, and I just, fuck that.
Yeah, and what we say in BBM, and we encourage people to use all that pain and adversity as fuel, right?
Yeah.
Use it as fuel to drive you to be better, not as an excuse to stop you.
Yeah.
To make you quit or make you give up.
Yeah.
No, well done, bro. And now, man, you're working for BBM, helping thousands of people. Got your own place. Got you a Harley. Got you a Lincoln Continental. It's like Dave Jr.
He's up.
It's like underneath the wings. There's always room for one more squall.
Okay, cut.
It's like James gonna fly away now. But it's cool, to influence, to show it's possible, because then you're using your story in return to show other people it's possible.
Yeah, and that's what I do as part of my job, bro, and I love it. Just to inspire others, and that one, as long as we're helping that one person, bro, I always think that,
whether it's one person or 200 people, we give the same effort.
Yeah,
because changing one life, that's enough.
Yeah. I live by that rule when I'm training, bro. You know, and also one other thing is giving that 5 minutes to everyone. Whenever you get caught out and world's moving, just giving someone 5 minutes to have a quick catch up in the yarn, just to, you know, it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge. I had multiple people talk to me about thank you for just giving me that time.
Yeah.
You know, where a lot of people don't. It's always like, hey, you know.
Yeah.
But you taught me that again, bro.
Bro, last question I ask everyone, and I'm so proud of your journey, bro, and I feel like, man, we're still on this journey. What is your why?
My family. That's it, my family, bro. More time I'm around, the more time I have to spend with them. Yeah, that's it. That's it, brother.
Yeah, well, bro, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Joe Dote. For anyone who wants to know why I call him Joe Dirt, go and Google Joe Dirt. Watch that movie, Joe Dirt, at the carnival, because we do a thing called Fun Fest. Shout out to Fun Fest, a big part of what we do, the donations we get from Fun Fest, but it's a carnival. So a week out of every year in January, James is a carny.
Yeah, I love it.
Got the fluoro vest on, the mullet, you know, the glasses, and when he takes the glasses off, it's all the sunburn around it. But brother, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
You have a great rest of the day. Go out and deliver some food parcels and keep on disciple of BBM. Keep on spreading the good word.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for watching, team. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you got something out of this, if it's helped you or someone you know, please go down to the link below and buy us a coffee. It's hard to keep this going, but we must. So please help us to help you. Let's go.